Here's a preview of what you'll learn in People and Organizations Managing Biographical Data.
We're going to cover a lot of ground. We're going to start with household models, which is how does your database organize information about people and the people that live with them, so the people that live at one house together. And I'll explain more about that in a moment, but that really drives almost everything else that happens with your biographical data management. We're going to talk about names, which seems simple, but turns out it's a little bit more difficult than one would think. We'll talk about getting in touch with people. How do we keep track of that really important information? We'll talk about managing your donor data in a way that's respectful of diverse gender identities. And this is really an emerging topic in donor data management. We'll talk some about other biographical data that you might consider tracking. We'll talk relationships, who knows who and how do they know one another. And that turns out to be really at the core, especially of successful major gift fundraising, that ability to understand relationships between the donors in your database. We'll talk donor life events, so marriage, death, and divorce. What do you do when people's relationships with one another change? We'll also talk about tracking organizations and what kind might you want around them. And we'll finish up with a little taste of data hygiene, although we won't have time to go super in depth on that one.
This webinar is available to view on demand, and Fundraising Nerd will answer your questions by email.